In 2007, 23andMe was the first company to launch their direct-to-consumer test. These tests show consumers their medical and non-medical results. The supporters want to see the continuation of these tests, whereas the opposers argue that these tests are unsafe. First, I would like to look at the privacy concerns, and then I want to look at how accurate these test results are. All right, so first, privacy concerns. Opposers argue that these tests will steal our genetic information. These tests are still fairly new, and according to Genetic Testing by Gale Opposing Viewpoints online collection, once you submit your DNA to a database online website, these databases can change their policies and therefore now steal your information and give it out to companies or whoever wants it. In another instance, NPR did an article on Jerry Burns, who was arrested for first-degree murder. The police uploaded DNA from a cold case to a popular genealogy website. The genealogy website matched that DNA to his DNA. The genealogy website gave his DNA to the police. Christopher Slowwagen of Vanderbilt Law School says, obtaining this information from a public and private database without a warrant could be argued as unconstitutional. People don't want their genetic information being given out so easily. Supporters, on the other hand, say that there are other ways that this genetic information can get out, and there is one piece of regulation that will help them. Other ways that this information get out are people that blog, post, and tweet about it. Sandra S.J. Lee, who is a senior research article at Stanford Center for Biomedical Ethics, did a test on 80 participants who took the 23andMe test. She found that half of them went on Facebook to post their results. She also found that 2/3 went online to find another person with the same test results. One piece of regulation that will help consumers protect their private information is GINA. GINA passed in 2008, and it stands for Genetic Information Non-Discrimination Act. This piece of regulation will help employees protect their genetic information from their employers. Employers cannot make employment decisions based on your genetic information. They have to make the decision based on your ability to work at that time in your life and how great you are for the job. Next, I would like to look at how accurate these test results actually are. Opposers argue that these test results are not accurate. Companies only test a few mutations, whereas they should be testing the thousands of mutations that can end up on one gene. Emma Kowal, Jacqueline Savard, and Jeffrey Craig from Deakin University say that these companies use different formulas. What I mean by this is if you put your genetic information into different websites, you're going to get different results from each. It's not consistent. Next, I would just like to say that these tests only test your DNA. There are other factors that play into if you're susceptible for a disease or not. Skeptic magazine says there are two factors: if you're hereditary for it, and your environment. And also, your environment accounts for a lot more, and it has a lot bigger effect on your immune system. Supporters, on the other hand, say that these tests are accurate in their testing and will better improve their lifestyle and how to better prepare. Seattle Times did a study and found 6% of fetuses declared normal by normal testing were actually found to have genetic issues when a gene scan was done. A second study found that these genetic tests and gene scans can help find if parents will have a stillbirth. From these results, parents can figure out if it is the right time to have a kid and how to better prepare for life once they have the kid and what to do. Supporters also say these tests are very precise in their testing. 23andMe will test for 33,000 cases, 30,000 controls, just for 2 genes for Parkinson's. From these test results, people can better understand how to prepare for their health in the future. These tests raise a lot of questions, but again, the two I addressed were privacy and regulation, while also how accurate these tests were. These tests, supporters and opposers would say these tests both need more information. The more research we can do on these tests and more research on our DNA, we can help better improve our test and the testing. So, I'd just like to conclude. Are you with supporters and want to see the continuation of these tests? Or are you with the opposers and think that these tests are not good and can be harmful for the consumers? Thank you.